Hi everyone and welcome to Boss His Money. This is a channel on which we take charge of every gift that God has given us. Today I'm so excited to show you this house and also to talk to the owner of this house. She has done marvelous things. Come on and follow me. Come on in. Today we are so privileged to sit down with someone very, very special. She's so gifted. She's going to tell us who she is, and also she's going to tell us what she's done. Hello.
Hi.
Please, can you tell the viewers who you are and what you've been up to?
Well, my name is Jean Marie. I am a mother, a grandmother, a motivator, a child of God, and also a home builder.
Oh my goodness, she has so many titles. She's a home builder. Do you have a home building license? Are you able to just build? What are you able to do, Jean? I'm sure people are excited.
No, I'm sorry. I don't have a home builder's license. It's definitely something that I'm interested in doing research on how to do that. But basically, I just did my own home and got the permits that I needed to do my own home.
Wow, she got the permit to do her own home. Somebody might be sitting there or watching and say, how can I just even do this? She doesn't have a home builder's license, but she's been able to build this house from the very scratch itself. So that shows us that anything and everything is possible.
Yes, definitely.
What made you decide that you wanted to own your own home?
Just ownership, even the word ownership, is very powerful. And ownership to me means to have control. It means freedom. So it's something I always wanted to do. I also want to own my own business as well, but this is what I started with. And also I had a good example. My dad, he owns a few properties and I watched and seen him go through the process, and he doesn't have a builder's license either. I seen him buy his first home, completely gut it out like I gutted this one out and start from scratch. So
wow. So really you can have no license at all, but once you have a dream, it's really achievable. Jean is telling us that she was looking at the father, her dad, how he was doing things, how he was owning all these properties, and she was learning and she had a dream.
Yes.
Hallelujah.
Amen.
That is so exciting to know. How long has it taken you, or maybe should I say, when did you start building your own home?
It was a process. It took years for me. Now, everybody's journey is different.
Right.
My journey, it took over a few years, depending on how you go about it. If you obtain a loan, and if you do it that way, I'm sure people can do it much faster.
Right.
Myself, I won't say I wasn't in a position, because I don't even know if I was in a position to take out a loan at the time. I didn't want to do it by taking out a loan. I had a lot of things on my plate. So I bought the property from somebody. I actually made payments when I bought the property from somebody.
Really?
I made payments to them. And then once I bought the property and obtained the property, I gutted out the whole entire house. And then I just started step by step. I worked two full-time jobs when I was doing it. I was raising 2 kids that were in sports activities, one sport after another.
You mean gutting the house and also having 2 children that you were raising?
Yes.
You were doing all this at the same time?
Yes.
Now, that's what we call determination, right?
Yes. I would leave one job and then I would come here and it took me probably a month just to pull out all the nails. I would be in here for hours and hours and hours.
That gives me chills, really.
Yeah, just taking out nails.
That gives me chills. You know, when you have a dream, do not let anyone or any circumstance stop you. From what she's saying, she's a mother. She had 2 younger children that she was raising, and she had a dream to own something.
Yes.
There's a price that has to be paid.
Yes.
What do you say about the price?
The price was sacrifice a lot of sleep, time, money, obviously, energy. And I was in here a lot of times by myself, so a lot of times I was alone. So loneliness as well.
Oh, Jean, you're just preaching to me. This morning, my brother Leonard was just talking about being able to walk alone. We should be very comfortable with walking alone. Sometimes we want everyone else to agree with what we're doing,
yes,
or to be in the journey with us. But there are some journeys that you have to just be alone.
If it's worth it. Yeah, if it's worth it. Yes. A lot of people would come in here and say, what did you buy this house for? Like, because it literally looked crazy, and then on top of it, initially, there was no electric. If you had to use the bathroom, you had to ask the neighbor.
Whoa!
Use the restroom, which, thankfully they were, nice about it. But determination and, like I said, being in here, being alone, and even thinking to yourself sometimes, doubting yourself, saying, like, what am I doing?
Right. Right.
But I still kept my eyes on the prize, thinking that I wanted something for myself, but more importantly, I wanted something for my kids.
Right.
I wanted my kids to see, like, when you put your mind to something, you can do it no matter how hard it is. So I would be dropping my son off, at his sports activity. And then I would come back here and work a couple more hours. And then I would pick him up and take him home and make sure they get their homework done, and then go to my nighttime job where I worked all night long.
Wow.
And then I would do that over and over again.
I'm telling you the story of determination, the idea of having something that you really want so much and being able to go for it. It is a price that has to be paid. A lot of people, they come here, they look at your beautiful house. This is one of the houses I actually like a lot. And they'll think it just started like that.
Yeah.
So where did you draw your inspiration from? I know you talked a little bit about your dad, but how did you just move? When was the time you just said, this is the time for me to move?
I think I had been working on the property. However, my lease where I was renting was about to be up in 3 months. So it was either sign another year lease or find some other place to stay. And I decided right then and there, I wasn't going to do neither. I was going to move in my house. My house wasn't done, but I said if I could just get one room done.
Wow.
And a bathroom.
What really inspired you to do this thing? Did you ever see someone move in a house with only one room? Or what really made you decide that this was the right move?
No, even with my dad, he's never moved into a property or with one room. But the fact that I was going to have to continue to pay rent, somebody else's mortgage, when I could have been putting that towards my own home.
Right.
So that was the icing on the cake for me. I decided I'm not going to do it no more.
You know, sometimes the pain, they say, has to be so bad. That's when you move.
Yes.
Sometimes when you are sitting on a nail, if it doesn't hurt that much, you're just going to sit there. But when you start bleeding, then you realize it's high time for me to move.
Yes.
You know? So
Yes.
that's very, very powerful to me. Are you sitting on something? Has God been talking to you about certain things and you're still staying in that moment or in that same place? I think it's time for you to move. Did you borrow money for you to build your house?
In the beginning, no. Towards the end, yes. I took out a home equity loan. And the only reason why I was able to get the home equity loan was because of all the work that I put into the house. So when I applied for it, then they came here to look at the house. They seen all the work. So it was, and I had good credit. So they didn't have a problem giving me a home equity loan. And I needed that for the furnace and the ductwork.
So you already gave them a reason for them to be able to give you a loan.
Yes.
Because the bank will not just come and throw money where you are not doing anything. Just the same with our lives, you know. God will bless you more when you are actually doing something with what He has entrusted you with.
Yes.
Oh, wow, that's powerful. So there you get it. Jean started from one room. How did you live in one room with the children?
It was actually a good time for us. Even though we were in her cold before we was actually able to get the furnace. So we were in her cold. I want to cry.
It's okay to cry, Jean. Sometimes I think it's just okay to cry. To see where you've come from, what God has done for you. It's amazing.
Thank you.
It's amazing.
But I won't cry. But it was a good experience because we were in it together.
Yes.
We were in it together. And they knew that their mom was trying to make a home.
Yes.
For all of us.
So that was part of the inspiration in the children. Because you knew you wanted to build something, not just for yourself,
for them
but
as
for
well.
them.
Yeah. Plus, all of us went through so much. So I wanted something to positive, something that, a goal for us to work towards that we all can be proud of.
I bet you are very, very proud because, oh my God, this is a great achievement. Jean has mentioned something. We all need a tribe. We all need a family. We all need someone to just believe in us that what we are doing is right. Like she had the children go through this with her. Now look at them.
Yes.
It's an amazing, amazing story. What would you tell someone who is saying, I have this house, I have to start from the scratch, I'm overwhelmed, can I even do it? What can you tell such a person?
I would tell them, don't give up. Don't give up. You're going to get through. Things happen in seasons. There's good seasons and bad seasons. So eventually, it's winter time, but eventually summertime always comes back.
Preach, girl, preach.
So, you'll get through it. Also, not to think about the bigger picture. Because sometimes when you think about the bigger picture, you can get totally overwhelmed. Just think about the next step. And then achieve that step, and then think about the next step after that, instead of thinking about the whole picture. Because when you think about if I would have thought about everything I have to do, I need this, I need that, and then I might have gave up. But I just thought about just my goal for this week. than my goal for next week. And as long as I stayed on that path, I kept on moving forward. But if I started thinking about, oh, how I'm going to do this, that I needed to do down the line, and then that would have stopped me in my tracks. So I just kept on thinking about the next step, because I didn't know how I was going to get a furnace. Every estimate I got was like $22,000, because I didn't need just a furnace. Mind you, I needed a furnace and duct work. Right. So,
for those of you who might not know this, for the furnace to work, for the whole house to be heated up, you need the ductwork that brings that air throughout the house.
Right. And central air.
And central air too.
Mm-hmm.
So you cannot just put in a furnace. They need to run ductwork where the air goes through for it to heat up and to cool up the entire house.
Right.
So that's a big expenditure on a house.
Yes. So I couldn't think about that. I knew I needed that, and I didn't have $20,000 to get that. Now, drywall, I can buy a couple sheets of drywall at a time.
Right.
And throw that up, and mud and tape. And you can do that little by little, but a furnace, I don't have $20,000 in the bank. So, but I couldn't think about that. I just knew, just do the next step and the next step. And then once I got the house almost completely finished, I was able to apply for a loan and get it. And I got approved because they seen the work that was done in the house. And also my credit was good. So
that's so powerful. And you might be there just thinking, when can I do this? How can I do it? You see, Jean is a lady, and she did it with children, and she was able to still do it. You can do it as well. What last words can you give us before we do a tour? Because I would like for you to see this house.
It might not be a house that you're interested in building, but it might be stepping out, doing entrepreneurship, owning your own business. It might be going back to school and you feel like you're older and how I'm going to do this. It could be anything. I just say, just make a plan and just work out your plan step by step. And sometimes you might not even have a plan for 3 months down the line, but you have a plan for the next day.
Exactly.
And just work that plan. And
that's awesome.
And just continue to just move forward no matter what. And eventually God will make a way. If he sees you trying and making steps forward, he's going to make a way.
Oh, it doesn't. I don't want to say that either. I want to say something else. That's one of the best advice that you can ever get. Make a step. What is it that you're going to decide on today? Is it going back to school? Choose a school. Apply. Is it just getting healthy? Decide on what you're going to have on your next meal. Is it building a house like Jean? She's here. She'll help you how to build the house. So now you're going to take a little tour of her beautiful house. Come with us.
This is my kitchen.
Whoa.
As you can see.
Beautiful.
I have lots of cabinet space. That was one of the requirements. And now I'm bursting out of space. So I probably need to reduce the clutter. This is my living room.
Beautiful living space and big. And you better dance a little bit.
We do a little bit of everything in here.
This is nice space.
Yeah, we work out in here. We, do paperwork in here. A little bit of everything. And here goes my bathroom.
Whoa. This is my favorite space. I'm going to edit that. Everything done from the scratch. Whoa.
That's my wigs when I want to get jiggy.
I'll keep that one in there.
And this is my office. And I'm still getting it together.
So next time we'll just come and do the video in the office. As you can see.
This is my second bathroom.
She has 2 bathrooms. Full bathrooms. Wow. It's beautiful, Jean.
Thank you. And this is my bedroom.
Beautiful. She's a shoe lover.
Yeah.
That one.
I don't think I want to wear these anymore. But when I was wearing them, I was loving them.
You never know. Maybe one day you wear them.
Oh, man. I just feel like I'm getting older and I don't want to wear them this high anymore.
Somebody listening, please, there's a shoe up for grabs here.
Right. Right.
And she has an organized closet.